Hey, hello, this is Rutik, and today is our 34th day of Finding Job series. So, let me tell you what I did today. As usual, nothing special. I woke up at 7, did some exercise, get ready, sat at my desk, and after that, I learned one thing. Actually, there is one question interviewer asked me that how would I plan my app folder structure? How will I manage smaller app or medium level app or a large level app indifferently? So let's discuss that how we manage our folder structure in React applications. Okay, so if I have this smaller application or I want to build smaller website, at that time I use the normal component based or a type based folder structure which React gives us, where we store means the reusable components in component section, and the pages we store in the pages section for the good routing, like authentication page, dashboard page, landing page, etc, etc. After that we have the hooks where we can create our own hooks. After that we have the services tab or a services folder where we call our APIs, etc., etc., in utils for the format or anything like that. So that are the this is the basic folder structure which React gives us, and we are basically using it for the medium level or small level application. But let me tell you, what if our app grows big? Because what happened at that time, at component we have 200 plus component, and in service folder we have total chaos due to the API. So it was not the scalable or maintainable folder structure, we can say, for the big application. And for the big application we need something that can be handled very well. We can able to test it, or debugging also easy, lot more easier, and lots of peoples are able to work on it at same time. So we need something scalable, maintainable, reusable. So at that time, the another folder structures comes in a picture. There is a two type of main folder structure. First one is a type based, or we also call it as component based, majorly used for the small function, small type of website or web application. But there is another one which is also known as a feature based folder structure. So let me tell you what is feature based folder structure. So in feature based folder structure, what we do, we in each feature it has its own UI, its own states, its own API calls. Okay, so if I want to build authentication page or dashboard page, so I have app in which I create the folder called feature, in which I add the authentication folder, and in which I have the component which require for it authentication. I have the UI states or a UI. I have the page.jsx or API calls for like that. So each feature is work like a whole application. Okay, so it has its own UI, its own states, its own API call. So if each feature have those three things, we call as a perfect feature or a good feature. And what happened due to this, it's not dependable on another feature or another thing. So if I deleted that feature, our app not gonna crash. But if I use the component base or type base, at the time if I delete anything, there is a high chances of that our app getting a crash. So that was the good thing about feature based folder structure. And in feature based folder structure, we have I mentioned that each feature have its own UI, own states, own API logic. And when we decide the states, so there is a three major type where that how can we write our states. First one is a local state, like a use state, props, etc. Another one is I want to talk with the backend. At that time I use the React query for that. So that states handled by the React query. And if I want the global states, at that time I use the Redux or the stand. Okay, so that's how we can manage our states in the big application. And using this, there is a means many developer able to work on it. Okay, so if I am building one feature, another developer building another feature, that means it's scalable. After that, it's maintainable. And if I want to debug something, so I not means there is a very it's not that complicated when I am going to debugging it. But when I want to debug the previous, which is component based or type based, at that time the finding actual where it's gone wrong, that will be very difficult in type based. But here in feature based, detecting any bug or minor details will be lots more easier than that. And when our app grow big, it's very maintainable sort of. So and you have one question in your mind, it's like we are creating component type for each feature. And what if I want to use the same component in auth or same component in dashboard also and in landing page also? So at that time we again create one shared layer where we can pass our the components which reusables, like buttons, models, forms, etc, etc. So that how we can create our folder structure. So basically summary is, while creating our project, there is a two type of main folder structure. First one is a type base, another one is the feature base. Type base is majorly used for the small or mid level application actually. And feature base is basically used for the big level application. And each feature is represent its own UI, own states, and own API logic. For states, I tell you that we have three ways. Local state, for I want to the means conversation with the server, that time I use the React query. And for global states we use the Redux. That's it about the feature based components or feature based folder structure. After that, I move on to the next part, DSA learning, where I learn about the KMP algorithm. So there is a one problem where we need to find string inside a big string. Okay, so at the time we are using the means normal brute force approach, where we means if I have the string ABC and I want to search it in ABCD, again ABC. So what I do, just I take that ABC window and I am checking this ABC. If it's not, then again move forward. So it's calling it again and again, and we are looping it. So it's giving us O of n square or O of n into m type of complexity, time complexity. And which is too high. So we need something which is have a less time complexity, or which gives us answer too quickly. For that we are using the KMP algorithm. In KMP algorithm we are calculating the longest prefix and suffix which is same. And we are maintaining array of that. And using that we can able to search our string inside the big string. So it was a little bit tricky and difficult type of algorithm. It's take lots of time to learn. And I think yeah, I'm not able to clearly understand it at this time as well. But I think after the practice, or maybe solving this problem again two or more three times, I am able to get that idea very clear. I have the idea in my mind, but it's difficult when I'm going to write that code. Code also very easy, but I don't want to remember it, because yeah, it's automatically comes. So yeah, I think I will try it again after a week maybe. So yeah, after that I had my lunch break, and in lunch I did my lunch. After that, little walk and take 20 minutes of nap. After that, I sit around it a bit, and I move on to my project part. I deployed my project, and yeah, I'm working on it. Lots of things are not done yet, UI part or basically simple UI part is done, but the complex part, which is means backend or collecting data, lots of part are remaining, so I will work on that as well. So I think it will take maybe around week. So yeah, I will figure that out. And after that, yeah, I just did some communication practice and apply more jobs today. I think one or two people's reach me as well. They are asking means some basic details, what is my experience and what not, sort of things. But yeah, they till not means conducted any interview or scheduled any interview till now. So let's see what happen. And actually today I feel very nervous and scared little bit. Why, I'm not sure why is that happening with me, because I think the day has been passed. Today is the 34th day of finding job series, and I feel that the month has been passed and here is in another month. And what if I didn't get job in this month as well? I know I have to my main focus is on the work, not on the result. But yeah, there is the feeling actually uh, which I am not able to I think not able to ignore it, don't know. But with time I think it's gone away. Let's see what happened. And till then, bye bye. And yeah, that's it for today.